Bellamy's shares plunge by 44% as the baby formula producer flags weaker sales in China. Organic baby formula maker Bellamy's share price has plummeted after the company reported weaker sales in China. Organic baby formula maker Bellamy's share price has plummeted after the company reported weaker sales in China. As much as 43.9% was wiped from the shares this morning after Bellamy's released an investor update flagging softer revenue this year. Sales on November 11, Singles Day, China's biggest online shopping event, failed to meet expectations, as have sales in China since then, the company said. We more than doubled revenue growth on Singles Day across all e-commerce platforms compared to last year, Chief Executive Laura McBain said in a statement. The growth, however, fell short of our expectations. Bellamy's blamed a regulatory crackdown by the Chinese government, which had triggered discounting by a rival company, that were selling off stock in anticipation of losing their export licenses, temporarily eating into its sales. Chinese authorities tightened regulations of baby formula imports in October in a bid to increase safety standards and minimize the risk of contamination. Just 9 importers will be accredited under the new system, which will give local brands a stronger position in the market. The Tasmanian-based company has been a market darling, with its share price rising more than tenfold from $1.60 to a peak of more than $15 last year as it capitalized on the booming Chinese appetite for the clean and green product. Worth $165 million at the end of 2014, it's reached a share market capitalization of $1.2 billion in the middle of 2016. But, while the company seemed to be scaling heights, its chairman Robert Woolley and Ms. McBain were quietly selling off hundreds of thousands of shares, fueling skepticism in some corners. Some analysts questioned the assumption that Chinese demand for Australian-made baby formula would continue at the same levels, while others critiqued the company's mastery of its supply chain. We believe Bellamy's is a well-run company affected by a demand spillover from China following several food scandals, which has distorted demand for infant milk formula within Australia, Lloyd Moffat of Realiger Institutional Research told Fairfax Media. We thus believe that the company's revenue growth rate is unlikely to sustain going forward. Other baby formula producers were affected by the Bellamy's announcement, with Blackmore's down nearly 6% this morning, while Bega Cheese and A2 Milk fell 13%. Bellamy's revenue for the first half of the 2016-17 year is expected to be about $120 million, and the company said revenue in the second half of the year would be similar if current conditions continue. That forecast would fall short of the previous year's annual revenue of $244.6 million. Bellamy's shares were down $4.49, or 37%, at $7.64 at midday on Friday, with more than 12 million shares traded. With up